Now that we're ready to start sighting in, as you go through your prompts, you can choose your language and you can choose if you want yards or meters. The next thing it's going to tell you is it's going to ask you if you want to start calibration. We do, so we'll click OK for yes. Yes for draw length. I'm a 28 inch, so we'll set that up for 28. Now, with this setup, we have shot through the chronograph. So, when it asks to set our arrow speed, I'm going to click yes. And this setup with a 430 grain arrow is doing 291 feet per second. Again, that is chronograph speed with your physical arrow, not IBO or ATA speed from the manufacturer on your bow. We'll click OK. Ranged color pin, so that's going to be my drop pin. I prefer green. And then now that it's given that to me, I can adjust my pin brightness. And since I'm outside and it's super bright, I'm going to turn it up just a hair. Now, it's going to allow me to position my 20-yard pin inside my housing. So, where it's at now, I'm going to click OK, and it's going to drop a pin into that housing for me, and I can move it up in the housing or down based on where I physically want. Based on where I put it, it will also tell me my approximate distance I'll be able to get out of this site. I'm going to go ahead and have it right there. Once it's there, I'm going to hit OK to save. And now I'm going to start my on-target alignment. So this is going to start aligning our reticle. So we're going to stand 10 yards from the target, and we're going to take our first shot. So our first shot here, it did range at 20 yards, and it says to take a shot. And once we've taken a shot, we'll hit OK. Did we hit the bullseye? Yes, we did. Alright, now we're going to align our reticle. So, this is going to align your red LED with your green circular reticle so that we ensure our laser for our rangefinder is pointing at our target. So at full draw, the pin should be centered in the reticle. On your display, you'll be shown an incorrect and a correct visual. So what we're looking for is your red LED light inside your green reticle. If it's outside, the arrows tell you the direction you need to move the housing. That will be using your RAV, which is reticle alignment vertical adjustment, and on top your RAH, which is reticle alignment horizontal. Okay. So we'll come to full draw, and we're looking to make that alignment. Okay. So I was low and to the right slightly, so I need to follow my arrows and I need to move my adjustment up and to the left. Now that our reticle is on, we're going to verify our first pin approximately 20 yards from the target, which is where we're at. Use 20 yards, yes, and we'll shoot another one. So it's going to ask if you hit the bullseye. If you did not, like me, I'm going to hit no, and it's going to tell you, did you miss high or low? I missed high, and now it's going to tell you or ask how high. I was half an inch high, and now my pin is adjusted, and we're going to shoot it again. Did we hit the bullseye? We did on that one. So I'm going to hit yes, and now we're going to start to calibrate our pin stack. So we do have our arrow speed. So when it asks for arrow speed, we're going to hit yes. So we're going to measure and set the height and length. So we're going to measure between the sight ring and the throat of the grip. So in the studio, we measured throat to our sight ring at 7.5. So I have that distance set, and I'm going to click OK. And then we're going to measure our height. When you do this, that is going to be the measure from the top of your shaft to the bottom of the sight. So it's this vertical distance. Okay, and that distance we can actually measure in quarters, and we were actually 1.5 inches. So we'll click OK at 1.5 inches. Arrow diameter, you have 3 different options here. You're going to have micro, standard, and large. Micro is going to be a 5mm and under. So 4mm, which is a 166 outside diameter, 5mm, which is a 204. Those are both going to be micro. Your standard is going to be a 246, which is around a 6.5mm, and then large is going to be anything larger than standard carbon. We're running an injection 330 from Easton, which is a 4mm shaft. So we'll select micro. And then it's going to ask for us to validate our results past 40 yards. So what we're going to do is we're going to step back past 40 yards. We're going to drop a pin and get this sighted in. So validating our pin stack, we want to be past 40. Once we're at a distance longer than 40, we're going to start validating and just follow our prompts. So we're going to hold the trigger. And I'm at 59 yards. So it's dropped a pin, and I've went from 20 straight to 59. And it's asking me to shoot a group of arrows. So there's my first one. And there's my second. So we'll use that as my baseline. And we'll hit OK. Did we hit the bullseye? I did not. I missed high. And what we'll do is we'll go down there, we'll take a look and see how high. So our measurement on that was 4 inches high. So we're going to adjust this to 4 inches high, hit OK. That pin has been adjusted. We're going to shoot another group here. So I've just got a horizontal line just working on getting that pin stack set right. Every single one of those is on that line. Did we hit the bullseye? Yes, we did. So we've taken 9 shots plus the one initial at 10, and we've got everything sighted in from 20 all the way to 90 yards.